everyone, my name is the TV Dewey, and welcome to NBA 2K23. It's finally here, the new game has arrived, and we are ready to get started on our new expansion franchise series that I do every single year. Obviously, still finishing up the Sonic series. I will have more episodes dropping for those. But I wanted to get out a episode of the new expansion so that you guys at least have a taste of what it's going to be like this year. And for this year, I decided to do the Las Vegas Aces as an expansion team in the NBA. Obviously, there is a Las Vegas Aces team in the WNBA, and they are currently in the WNBA Finals, so certainly a good time for them to add a Aces counterpart in the NBA, and hopefully this one can be just as successful as the WNBA version as we look to get started. I did have an issue with not being able to turn down the music on the draft, so was unable to film the drafting process for this, but obviously it's the same every year. Save us all some time, get right into our first few games, simulate through the season a little bit, so maybe we'll save some time there. But I will introduce you guys to who is on our roster. We got quite a few good players, and I think that just speaks to the quality of the NBA in general. A lot of teams have good young talent, and you can only protect 9 players on your roster based on what I was limiting the protections to. So some teams are stacked deep with younger talent, and some of those had to be risked on the draft pool, and I snatched them up. So I'm hoping that bears some fruit. And without further ado, I think it's time. Let's get into the roster. All right, so obviously Jonathan Isaac leading off the way, obviously been injury prone with the Orlando Magic, hasn't played in over 2 seasons, but I think the tools here are incredible. He does have some range, he has the defensive tools, and if he can stay healthy, the potential is pretty good there. Jayshawn Tate obviously does not want to play for the Houston Rockets anymore. At 6'4", I probably won't have him play as a power forward. Might move him to small forward or even shooting guard. We'll see. Dosunmu from the Chicago Bulls, an excellent playmaker, 3-point shot creator. Like the pick there, he was one of the better point guards I could see in the draft, and so I went ahead and snagged him. Obviously the Bulls quite deep, and having drafted many players in the previous draft, it makes sense that they would have allowed Dosunmu to be available. Kevin Huerter from the Sacramento Kings, obviously a great shooting guard. Trey Murphy from the Pelicans, Eric Paschall from the Jazz, Isaiah Hartenstein from the Knicks, Charles Bassey from Philadelphia, Moses Brown, I think he was on Cleveland, Teo Maledon from Oklahoma City, Christian Braun from Denver. Obviously they just drafted him, but Denver is quite deep. Keon Johnson from the Portland Trailblazers, Patrick Baldwin Jr., and J.D. Davison. I just wanted to draft Davison because we've seen him in other expansions with created rosters where he's turned out to be really good. So we'll see if he turns into anything for us. Probably won't, because he won't get much playing time with Dosunmu and Maledon ahead of him. But definitely looking forward to this first season and possibly seeing what we can do. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama is the upcoming top pick in the NBA draft, and if we get the top pick, we will certainly be taking him to add to this roster. But yeah, I'm excited to get into the first few games of this series with you guys, and I hope you are as well. So really quickly, let's go ahead and look at our starting rotation. Dasunmu, Herter, Murphy, Isaac, Hartenstein with Tate, Pascal, Bassie, Maladon, and Brown. I'm not sure I like that with Bassie and Brown getting minutes. And also I obviously want to edit Tate to be something else. I think I'll try and see what his ratings do. See what his ratings do as a shooting guard. And he remains a 76 overall, so I do like him at shooting guard, small forward more than power forward. I don't think... I'm going to edit Patrick Baldwin to be a power forward, small forward. And obviously Patrick Baldwin was one of our key players in the Seattle Sonics rebuild, and I am still going to release more episodes for that series. Obviously 2K23's release hit a little sooner than I was expecting. Got a little bit behind on the releases for those. I do have some footage filmed for that currently, but you'll be seeing those after you see this episode, as this one will be dropping before those. Hopefully I can get those edited and posted relatively quickly, and I will be doing a wrap-up for the Sonics at some point in the future. Might be a few weeks, maybe a month or two down the line, but I hope you guys are excited for this series, because okay, so I like that. We're going to have Maladon, Braun, Tate, Pascal, and Brown as our bench unit. Dasunmu, Herter, Murphy, Isaac, Hartenstein. All right, well, I'm certainly ready to get into the first couple games. I hope you guys are as well. Let's get right into game number one.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. Then there's Teo Maladon.
Pascal in the lane. He'll get the layup to fall from the feed from Teo Maladon.
Time and time again, he delivers.
Melton outside.
Braun defends. Now switched on to Jayshawn Tate, and Tate allows the score by DeAnthony Melton.
He's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay
Maladon,
by Mobile One.
the alley-oop pass to Eric Pascal. Getting our first look at the Las Vegas uniforms. I hope you guys like them.
Pass to Tucker. Tate against Melton.
Hartenstein in the middle. Drops it off to Harrell. Now Harrell against Davis.
Nice touch off the window. Harrell's got a...
Man, that's how Harrell gets his offense. Being tougher and more physical than the guys trying to stop him.
Braun gets a screen from Pascal, driving in the lane. The floater is good.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Tobias Harris getting ready to check in for the Philadelphia 76ers. Shake Milton finds himself open. That doesn't drop. Hartenstein, the rebound.
Pass to Maladon.
First look at the Las Vegas Aces. Jayshawn Tate dropping it into Eric Pascal. Now Pascal driving baseline, gets it to fall. Working against PJ Tucker, got some room, laid it home. Now Harden inside, that's swatted by Tate. And Braun will pick it up, now feeds to Maladon. Now Maladon a triple. He'll knock it down from the corner. And Vegas only down 3 with 1 quarter left.
almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean,
Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Up front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. DeAnthony Melton out there with
Embiid
Maxey.
against
And it's
Hartenstein.
Harris
He'll
in at
hand
the
it
small
off to
forward.
Harris.
That's the group in the game
Now
for the
down low
76ers.
Embiid. He'll find Melton
finds
wide
Maxey.
open, gave it up.
Shot clock at 6. Embiid a screen on Tate.
Jayshawn
Embiid.
Tate.
three,
Maxey outside, puts it up. That's
holding
no
by
good.
Isaac.
Jonathan
Sometimes
Isaac will
it's just
grab
not
the
your night.
rebound.
Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
It's Herder on the wing.
Herder.
Here's Dosunmu.
Starters back in the game.
Driving inside.
Dosunmu will give it up to Tate.
Outside Tate.
Isaac finds some room.
And it's all tied
And
up.
now
Tate's
Jayshawn
got
Tate
10
drops
points
in
here
a
the
three.
second
That'll
half.
tie it
They
up.
fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken
The
out of
expansion
them.
team
And we'll see if they can
looking
keep
for
that
the
foot on
win in their
pedal now.
first game.
Pass to Embiid.
Maxey
Three,
wide
Maxey.
open. He'll launch a three.
Yes.
That
It's
drops
Embiid
through.
Picking up the assist. Embiid's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own.
Kevin Herder. Catch and shoot three. He'll answer right
That's
away.
3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. To the middle.
Tucker down low.
Tucker the pass
He'll
to Harris.
find Harris at the
Melton
free
outside.
throw line.
Screen by Embiid.
Now
6 to
Melton
shoot. The 11
on the
footer.
drive. Floater no good, but Embiid
And
right
he was
there to
fouled in
clean
the
it
act
up.
of shooting.
And he's
Opportunity
fouled
for a
by
three-point play
Hartenstein.
here.
That's
Clutch
Hartenstein's
buckets.
third.
He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Thibault, he's checked in for the Sixers.
Trey Murphy will check
And a
in
moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
for
Gotta
Jayshawn Tate.
admire how hard they've worked to get to the line. All game long, they've been going right into the defense.
Hartenstein inside. That layup no good. Embiid picking up the foul.
Outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant
2 for
with the
2 from the
76ers.
free throw line
They're going to
for
be among the
Hartenstein.
best defensive teams in the league.
Melton passes to Embiid. Back to Melton.
We'll see if this young roster has what it takes to
Pass to Maxey.
hang with some of the
Launches
best
a
in the
three.
NBA as Maxey launches
Doesn't
a
go
three
that
and
time.
that doesn't
Hey,
drop.
how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Now Herder.
Herder up
Isaac
top.
with a
Here
screen on
comes
Maxey.
Isaac with the screen.
Herder passes to
He'll
Isaac.
give it up to Isaac.
Good.
Isaac
That's his
lays
fifth
it
bucket in
home.
9 attempts.
Takes the
Sixers'
lead for
identity
the
really
Aces.
does center around their defense.
It's so true, BA, and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players.
Lead down low. Here comes the double. That's no good, and Murphy
That's a
will
decent
grab
look
the
for him.
rebound.
He just couldn't convert.
9 minutes remaining.
Pass to Dosunmu.
Dosunmu up top. Here comes the screen. Hartenstein. Dosunmu feed to Hartenstein. He was going too fast. His momentum carried him out of bounds.
The Sixers trailing. Melton outside. Harris outside.
Melton to Harris. Harris on the drive. He'll kick out wide open Melton. He'll launch a three and knocks it down.
Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
Here's
Dosunmu
Dosunmu.
gives
Melton
it up
covers.
to Isaac. Working on Harris.
Pass to
Swinging
Dosunmu.
it around. Dosunmu again.
By Isaac. Right
Now
at the free throw
Dosunmu
line.
at the free
And
throw
it's
line.
Philadelphia
That's
with
no
the
good.
rebound. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Harris
Here's Harris.
working.
Banked it in.
He'll lay it home.
Boy, that's a nice touch
Dosunmu
from Harris
not
right
able to
there,
stop
showing you
it.
Exactly how under control he is close to the basket.
Here's Murphy, covered by Thibault. Here's Murphy.
Trey Murphy getting inside. He'll lay it home.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
The Sixers leading.
Tight game
Outside Maxey.
for a team made up of entirely younger players, as Harris will knock down a free throw line jump shot.
Looks like he's shooting with a lot more confidence here in the second half.
Here's Dosunmu.
Funnily, this black jersey is not our away jersey. It's just that Philadelphia's home jersey is white.
And the 76ers with possession. Maxey passes to Thibault. And here's Embiid. Harris outside.
Harris launching a three. That's no good. Embiid will steal the rebound.
Crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Now Melton
I like to see
gives it up to Embiid, and he'll throw it out of bounds.
And that's always important in a close game. I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And the 76ers
And they will take him out for Harden after that mistake.
Pass to Murphy.
Trey Murphy working against Thibault. He'll lay it home.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Up top Thibault. Now here's Maxey.
Embiid down low, bullying Hartenstein, and he'll get the baby hook to drop.
5 points now in the quarter.
Embiid has such balance and agility for a big man. He's able to work through contact and still finish with touch.
Isaiah Hartenstein
Back to Dosunmu.
back up to
Pass to Murphy.
Dosunmu. 4-point lead for the Philadelphia
Here's Dosunmu.
76ers. Ace is
Just 5
trying
on
to
the
get
clock.
in there.
To the inside.
Giving it up
And
to
there's the
Hartenstein.
slam.
He'll jam it on
To finish
Embiid.
off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. We'll see if they can maintain that.
Philadelphia
aggressive approach,
going
guys.
down low. Maxey open for three. That's no good. Tyrese Maxey, a great three-point shooter. He's not able to knock it down there.
Against Harris. Pass to Dosunmu. Hartenstein a screen.
Dosunmu the screen, giving it up.
Here's Murphy.
Back out Murphy. Now Dosunmu, wide open three. He'll bury it.
And
that'll give the lead back to Vegas.
Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
They want the ball in his
Ayo
hands here because
Dosunmu
they trust him to hit all
knocking
the
down a
big shots.
clutch basket.
Harris outside.
Final 5
Back
minutes.
to Harden.
James
Harris a screen.
Harden.
Harden, the pass to Harris.
Oh, that was nearly stolen, but it got through, and Harris jams it in the hoop.
Harris is a quality shooter with good size and ball skills, moves well.
Jonathan Isaac tried for the steal.
Harris is a real weapon
Pass
on the
made
pick
it
and
to
roll.
its intended target.
Pass to Dosunmu.
Now Dosunmu matched up against Harden. Here comes Hartenstein.
Shoots over
And
Harden.
Dosunmu will
Good
put up
on
a
the
nice
15
little
footer.
short range
Dosunmu's got 5 points
jumper.
now this
He'll
quarter.
knock it down.
Neither
That's
team
12
able to
for
take a hold of this
Dosunmu.
game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very
He has
competitive.
been great
Outside Thibault.
in game number 1.
Embiid with it.
Here comes the double. Embiid down low. Spinning past Hartenstein. And he'll jam it through. Embiid with 38 points.
Is Embiid, maybe Jokic, but those two are pretty much in the class by themselves. Embiid showing us everything.
Who would have thought a 1-point game in our first game of existence?
Dosunmu.
As
Defended by
Dosunmu
Harden.
goes
That
to the
one
fadeaway
falls.
from the post, and he'll knock it down.
Nobody there to even challenge him.
Dosunmu's gone 6 of 8 from the field.
Ayo
Harden pass to
Dosunmu
Thibault.
proving to be quite the young player for
Pass
us.
to Embiid.
Beat down low. Here comes the double again, and that's a foul and the basket with Hartenstein all over him. What a move by Embiid.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. This is really amazing. I mean, from March 1st, 2014 to October 26, 2016, Joel Embiid
105, 103, 3 minutes to go.
31 long
What has been an exciting opening game for the Las Vegas Aces.
Hartenstein a screen. Dosunmu
Now
goes in.
Dosunmu,
Shoots
kick
over
out.
Harden.
Oh, and it goes out of bounds. The
Philadelphia's
76ers will take over as Dosunmu saw Herter in the corner.
I don't think that was a great decision.
Unfortunate miscue there, trying to hit the open man.
Up top, Harden. Pass to Embiid.
And now you gotta
Inside.
stop Joel Embiid as Maxey gets inside. He's fouled by Jonathan Isaac. And that'll be Isaac's 5th foul.
Now give Philadelphia credit. They didn't rush Embiid back.
They, in fact,
Knocking it down, that'll push the lead to 5.
Folks. And Joel has returned the favor.
As the Aces will call one of their final 2 timeouts.
Franchise cornerstone piece. A great example of how being patient and doing what's best for the player ends up being a winning combination for all.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys.
Final
I was able to
3
hear
minutes,
Las
the
Vegas's
Aces
coach
need
going
to
over their plan during the break. He said to them, quote, "We worked
Execute
hard to
well
come
if
back.
they're going to
We
have a
had them on the
chance to
ropes,
come
but
back
we have
here.
yet to land the knockout blow."
Can't
We'll see if
afford
they can.
miscues
Back
like
to
the
you.
one
All right, appreciate it,
that
Allie.
happened a couple
Down
minutes
low.
ago. Hartenstein inside, goes to the hook shot, knocks it down
He's 5 for 10 now.
as he got Embiid
They're going
trapped under
at
the
it
basket.
on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner.
108, 105, Philadelphia with the lead as Hartenstein defends Maxey and he'll lay it home.
Touch on the finger roll.
Defense
Holy,
not
such a
strong
pretty
enough.
shot.
Here's Dosunmu.
Sumu working on Harden. Blows by him. That shot no good. Embiid another
Embiid's got
rebound.
Rebound number 12
And
now.
Embiid
Tenacity
with
on
a
the glass.
40-point double-double.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Harden.
5-point lead, 2 minutes left.
6 on the shot clock.
Thibault, 5 on the clock.
And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac.
And
That's it for
Isaac
him.
fouls
He's fouled out
out,
of the game.
trying to go for
Came
the
in with
steal.
an aggressive mindset, but
Jayshawn
didn't quite know how
Tate,
to pull
no.
back.
It looks like they put
He's
in
checked
Eric
in for Isaac.
Pascal.
Harden with a
Will
screen
check
on
in
Herter.
for Isaac.
Harden with it. Back to Maxey. From outside the
Maxey
arc.
launching a 3, that's no good.
Pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds
Defense
in the
you
game.
needed there. Pascal at the top of the three-point arc. He can make that shot.
Pascal
Harris not
to the middle.
respecting that ability.
Pass to Dosunmu.
Hartenstein out to Dosunmu.
Hartenstein a screen.
Now
One close from
Dosunmu
13.
putting up one against
Basket by
Embiid. He'll
Dosunmu.
knock it down.
Fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen.
3-point lead
that's
for
a
Philadelphia.
good, strong
Final
pick
minute.
he lays there.
Three-pointer.
And Harden's going to launch a 3. That's no good.
Murphy pulls
Rebound
it in.
tracked down by Trey Murphy.
Here's Dosunmu. Defended by Harden.
Aces down 3. And
To the
Dosunmu
inside.
wants it. He'll give it up to
Here's
Pascal. Pascal going to the hook
This is the
shot.
baby
That's no good. Not sure I love that look.
Harris against Pascal. Harris passes to Harden.
Now Harden working on Dosunmu, getting past him and he'll lay it home.
Gotta make
James
anybody
Harden.
besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure.
The
He
defense
embraces
non-existent.
this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Aces need to knock down a quick shot
Here's
here.
Dosunmu.
As Dosunmu gets inside, tries to force it against Harris, and that's not going to work. Embiid's going to knock down at least 1 or 2 of these free throws.
That increases the lead to 6.
You know, what I respect about Embiid
Gets
is
the
in
first,
addition to his
gets the
tremendous skill
second,
and size, is his
and the
willingness
Aces
to
call
keep
their
working on
final
himself.
timeout. Aces will empty the end of their bench. Pascal gonna launch a 3. He'll knock it down.
And now they trail by just 4.
Still a
Strategy has
two
been
possession
proven here in
lead.
the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, They saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
It would take an absolute miracle to come back with no timeouts in this type of lead. Obviously, they're going to foul, send Harden to the free throw line.
Intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Should be a 6-point lead after this trip.
Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And it is.
Another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
14 seconds.
Jay
Sean Tate launching a three. That's no good. And Embiid collects the rebound. And that's going to do it. They'll go through the motions. Foul Harden.
And so he drops them both. And it's an 8-point ball game.
Nobody quite like Harden to run your offense. He knows the ins and outs.
Tate launching another three. That drops. 5-point lead with 2 seconds remaining. This is what's going to be the final score as Harden gets it. It's final. We lose our first game, 118 to 113, but what a game it was. And what a debut for the Las Vegas Aces.
Giving them such a big boost toward the end.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about...
And obviously, we could not contain Joel Embiid. Not totally surprising considering the quality of team that we have. We don't really have guys who can match up against Joel Embiid. Harden chipped in with 25 and 8. Maxey with 13. Had quite a few missed threes there at the end. Harris with 11, Melton with 11. Embiid kind of doing it all. 43 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, what else do you want? Meanwhile, for the Aces, much more spread out in the scoring categories. Sean Tate led the way with 21 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. And I do think the move to shooting guard will benefit him more than the move at power forward, which I believe is more of a necessity for the Houston Rockets than an actual statement of what he's capable of. Dosunmu, 16 points, only 3 assists. Definitely got him because of his scoring abilities, and he certainly put that on display in game number 1. Eric Paschall chipping in with 15, John Isaac with 12, Hartenstein with 12, Moses Brown and Christian Braun both also with double digits. I think I'd like to see a bit more rebounding from Hartenstein and Brown. But I mean, other than that, most of the guys did what you would hope for. All right, well, that's going to do it for this game, and I'll see you guys in the next game. All right, so we simmed until December, mid-December. I wanted to watch a game against the San Antonio Spurs, who are also in a bit of a rebuild after offloading DeJounte Murray in the offseason. And yeah, just in general, the Spurs also in a rebuild, although most likely much further ahead than we are. They have some quality players on their team. We have some decent players, but we're clearly not in the same category as we are 8-22 to start the season. And I believe that will probably put us at the lowest, definitely lowest in the West, but not quite lowest overall, as the Orlando Magic have only won 6 games. So in the bottom 5 of the entire league as far as record goes, but that's kind of what you expect when you're an expansion team. Did have a couple injuries happen during the simulation. Obviously, Jonathan Isaac just cannot stay healthy. Eric Paschall as well injured, so we'll see what that means for our rotation in this game. Patrick Baldwin Jr. getting a chance to start. That's certainly interesting. Definitely excited to see what that could mean for us. I don't want Bassey and Brown both getting minutes at the same time. Although, let's see, do we have... I guess we don't really have any other big men on this bench unit. Okay, never mind. Bassey can play power forward, Brown can play center, so that actually works fine. But Baldwin getting the chance to start with Jonathan Isaac and Pascal both hurt, so certainly it will be interesting to see that play out. And this will be the first game on our home court, so that'll be interesting as well. I actually spoke too soon. I went ahead and made the white uniforms our home uniforms. So
and joining me at the table, Richard
here we
Jefferson
go.
and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie
And
LaForce.
I'll see you guys around the end of the third quarter. Final 9 minutes, only a 3-point game as we check in on our
They've got the Sumu.
first home game that we've watched in this series. Kevin Herter on the drive, gives it up to Hartenstein, and he'll lay it home.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
San Antonio
Getting
trailing
our
here.
first look at the home court.
Outside Johnson. And there's the drive.
Keldon Johnson working on Trey Murphy.
Pass to Sohan.
Now
Clock at
Sohan launching a three. That's no good. Jakob Pertl, the offensive board and the putback.
In the quarter.
That'll drive your coach crazy.
Patrick Baldwin out there
failing
looking
to
like a
box out
taller
well.
Landry Shamet.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Catching and shooting and not
That shot is off.
able to knock
Now
it
San
down.
Antonio takes it the other way.
Patrick Baldwin.
Here's Jang.
Now Gorgie Jang.
Pass to Johnson.
Keldon Johnson gonna have
And
to be
again,
the
it's
star
San Antonio
for the
converting.
Spurs this
This is
season.
not the same guy we saw in the first
the
half.
departure of
Credit him
Murray.
for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
Here's Murphy, covered by Johnson.
Ray Murphy covered by Johnson.
Here's Murphy. Back to Tsumu.
Giving it up to Sumu.
Hartenstein a screen.
Interesting lineup the Spurs have on the
San
court right
Antonio.
now with Jang
Jang's got a
and
rebound. Number
Pertl.
8 here already in the game. Pass to Pertl.
Pertl at the three-point line gives it up to McDermott. Nobody stops McDermott as he drives through the defense. And he'll slam it home with 1 second left on the
And
shot clock.
definitely got the bench on their feet too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a
Lob
huge
to
boost in a tight
Baldwin.
game like this.
And he'll put it down from the
Great
feed.
catch.
And
Great
Patrick
flush.
Baldwin Jr. with 17 points.
On offense,
Been
here
an
is San
impressive
Antonio.
debut for
They trail
him.
by 1. Here's Jang. Pass to Pertl.
Pertl driving
Johnson with
against Hartenstein, gives it up
McDermott
to
right side.
Johnson.
Just 5 to shoot. From deep,
Now Johnson launches a
knocks down
three,
the
and he'll
long
bury
three.
that one as the shot
And
clock
the Spurs
expires.
lead by 2.
And maybe they made some adjustments at the half. I mean, they're finally executing offensively.
Outside Herter. Pass to Tsumu.
Tsumu trying to answer. That doesn't go as Sohan
Almost made them regret
gets the
defending him
rebound.
so loosely.
McDermott on the other end,
McDermott
not
can't
able
get it
to
to
knock
go.
down the three, trying to go for
McDermott's
it.
gone 1 for 4 from distance.
And Tsumu again,
Here's Tsumu.
resetting the offense, gives it up to Patrick Baldwin. He's working on Johnson. Baldwin driving inside, laying it home. That's 19
Well,
for
after an
Baldwin.
uneven
That's
first
super
half,
impressive.
He's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Scoring certainly something that
Now here's
people
McDermott.
thought
The
Baldwin
D's
could
right on
do
him. Launches it.
in high school, one of the
Shot by
best
Johnson, no
prospects.
And
And
I'm
then
surprised that didn't go down. I
In
mean,
college,
I'm
just
sure he is
wasn't
too.
able to put it together. We'll see if he can turn that around in the NBA.
Here's Tsumu.
And we certainly hope he can turn it around in this expansion.
Hartenstein a screen. From the elbow.
As Tsumu gives it up to Hartenstein, who wasn't expecting it, ends up out of bounds. Trey Johnson, or Trey Jones.
And here are the
my
Spurs now.
mistake. Devin Vassell
Here's Roby.
checking in, Kata Bates, Diop, Isaiah Roby. Roby driving through,
And the official
jamming it
calls a
home,
foul.
and Tate
It may
picks
be a
up the
three-point
foul.
play. That one on Tate.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's DeSumo, defended by Jones. Here's Murphy.
Trey Murphy launches a three, and he buries it with a hand in his
He's starting to
face.
figure things out here
What
in the
a
second
shot.
half.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Pass to Roby. Now Johnson.
Keldon Johnson, nobody there to stop that jumper from going.
In the
And he'll
second
knock
half,
it
we've
down,
seen
the
him
practice
refocus
shot
his
for
shooting.
him.
Much fewer wasted possessions.
Ayo DeSumo
Here's DeSumo, defended by Jones. Here's
working
Baldwin.
against Jones. He'll give it up to Pat Baldwin. Now Baldwin working against Keldon Johnson. He'll lay it home. What a
He's got
move by
21.
Patrick
Man,
Baldwin.
he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
That was another
getting
look at our
inside.
mobile one drive of the game. Just a
Driving
moment
it
ago.
strong
Taking
to the hoop.
onus on himself to make
And
something
that pushes him
happen.
over 20.
Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Now Roby
Pass to Johnson.
trying to test out Baldwin's
Here's
defense.
Bates Diop. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
2 on the shot
free
clock.
ball.
Keldon Johnson has to force one.
Baldwin with a rebound.
That's no good as Baldwin will grab the rebound. Trey Murphy swings it back to DeSumo.
Here's DeSumo.
Game
defended by
tied at
Jones.
96, final 3 minutes.
Inside.
He'll hit Murphy
And he
inside,
caught
and
that
he'll
pass in
jam it
full
home.
stride on his way to the big slam.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, BA.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Here's Johnson.
As Johnson finds
Uses
some
the
room,
glass
he
to
gets
finish the layup.
inside, and he'll lay it
Johnson's got
home.
17
Nobody
points
there
here in
to
the second
stop
half.
that.
Johnson is ready to go when you need him. Tremendous
And the Aces
composure
need a
there.
timeout.
Richardson's checked in for San Antonio. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was
Game
able to hear
all
Las
tied up,
Vegas's
final
coach going
3
over their
minutes.
plan during the break. This is anyone's game. So he
Trey
told them,
Murphy with
stay
the ball.
aggressive,
He'll give it up
stay
to
hungry.
Tate.
We can't afford to let up on the energy out there. He's hoping
Now
they'll
Hartenstein
finish
at
with
the
a flurry.
3-point
Guys,
line.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Defense pretty
Pass to
slow, but
Baldwin. It's
lucky
stolen by
enough for
Johnson.
them. Hartenstein not willing to pull the trigger.
Richardson for 3.
As Richardson
Knocks
launches
down
a
the
3,
triple.
and he'll drop
In the
it
second
through.
half here, they're shooting a
Defense
terrific
just a
percentage
little
from
slow.
Richardson's gone 2 of 6 shooting from downtown.
Not sure if Hartenstein is a 3-point shooter or
Here's
not.
DeSumo.
I don't believe he is, but can't remember off the
Hartenstein in the
top of
post.
my head.
Working on Roby. Hartenstein a screen.
DeSumo
Shot clock at 5.
getting inside. That shot is
Makes it
good
easy
with
one.
the defense right in his
DeSumo's got
face.
4 this quarter.
And this is just
Ayo
typical of him.
DeSumo certainly not
Always
scared of
making
the
an
moment.
impact at crucial
The
moments in
Spurs
the
will
game.
take a
This
timeout.
team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
The home team on D. They trail by 1. Pass to Roby. There's the
Roby,
drive,
what a
and he
move
goes
to get
in
through
for
the
dunk.
defense.
Making sure of it. Two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Hartenstein. They set the screen. Outside Tate. 6 to shoot.
DeSumo in the mid-range, not able to get it to fall. Baldwin the
Good
offensive
board,
rebound, and he'll
he
put
gets
it
the bucket.
home.
Give him 23.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Jones, the pass to Richardson. Back to Jones. Outside Johnson.
Keldon Johnson inside with the defender right on him. He knocked it down.
Johnson delivers.
3-point lead for San Antonio. looking to embarrass us in our
1:03 left to play in
debut
the fourth
game
quarter.
for ourselves at the home court.
Here's Baldwin.
Baldwin inside, tried to get it, can't get it. Offensive rebound, he'll lay it home.
Oh, what a
Patrick
sensational
Baldwin,
bucket. That
25
brings it within
points.
one. Outside Jones.
Final minute, 1-point lead for San Antonio.
Left side Richardson.
One thing you cannot give up on this possession is a three-pointer.
Pass to Richardson.
Absolutely cannot
Jones
give up
sets a screen.
the
There's
fact
the
that this
three.
is a single possession lead as
Hartenstein pulls it in.
Richardson
Surprising
nearly
to
took
see
it
him
from
this
you.
year, but they'll be happy
Murphy
with that
driving,
shot.
nobody there, he'll lay it home.
Great to
And
see
that'll
guys
take the lead as the Spurs call a timeout.
They trail by one.
Spurs did not get
26
set on
seconds left in the
defense,
final
and
quarter.
Murphy took advantage.
2-second difference.
And now the
between shot and
Spurs
game
trying to
clock.
find the game-winning shot.
Here's Richardson.
Richardson inside, that's no good. Got his own rebound, and he'll lay it home.
Big time bucket
And
to put
the
him in front.
Aces will
Now they've
call
gotta
a
put
timeout.
everything into their D and come up with a big stop.
17 seconds to go. It all comes down to this.
Here's Baldwin.
And who else but Patrick Baldwin, who's been excellent thus far. He's going to take it against Keldon Johnson, driving. Patrick Baldwin inside. That shot is good! Patrick Baldwin with the game winner.
And so they get the victory here at home. What a performance.
Took it
they had
himself.
here at
What a
home today.
performance. What a debut by Patrick Baldwin. And wow, if that wasn't a statement for him to potentially start going forward.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
What a game for the Aces. And I'm certainly thinking that this will be the last game of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But let's go through the stats for the Spurs versus the Aces. Obviously, Keldon Johnson led the way for San Antonio, 22 points. Didn't do much else, but definitely led the way scoring. Devin Vassell, 18. Jeremy Sohan with 14. And then a few others in double figures. Josh Richardson, 10 points, but on horrible efficiency. Same with Sohan. Both of them did not play efficiently. Got their numbers. Patrick Baldwin Jr. in 34 minutes, 27 points, 3 of 3 from 3, 12 of 16 from the floor, and obviously getting the massive bucket at the end, just going ISO against Keldon Johnson, getting inside, getting the basket. He led the way. Trey Murphy right behind him with 14. Moses Brown with 13. Nobody else really did much. Dasunmu had a very horribly inefficient day after having a great game number 1. Isaiah Hartenstein didn't do much. Let me see if he even... Okay, so he's a okay three-point shooter. Not great, but not terrible. But this performance certainly makes you think maybe Patrick Baldwin is worthy of getting extra playing time on this type of team, and he came out and showed out in his debut game. You love to see it. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Obviously, went through kind of the first month, showed y'all a couple games. We did get the win. 9-22 is our current record. Obviously, don't think that we're going to be doing much in this first season. Obviously, next episode we'll be getting to the trade deadline, so I don't think there's anybody that we would like to trade. I like what I saw from Patrick Baldwin, quite enough to potentially move on from Jonathan Isaac if he gets healthy within the next few weeks and months before the trade deadline. The dude just can't stay healthy. I thought maybe we'd give it a try, see what we could do, and it just doesn't look like it might be worth it. But if you guys have any ideas, certainly leave a comment down below. I definitely appreciate everybody who comments. And I do my best to respond to everyone that has a comment. Well, that's going to do it for me, guys, in this episode. Next episode, we'll be simulating at least up until the trade deadline. Obviously, if we want to make some moves, potentially maybe move off of Jonathan Isaac. A little bit early to give up on that experiment potentially, but already hurt, only a month or two into the season. That does not bode well. And if he can get healthy for the trade deadline, maybe it makes sense to move on from him. Who knows? If you guys do have ideas, make sure to leave a comment down below. Definitely would love to hear some suggestions from you guys about what you want to see, what kind of matchups you want to watch, and that kind of thing. If you haven't already, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you're notified whenever a new episode gets uploaded. Obviously, I'll be trying to push these out for you guys as quickly as I can. I do have other work obligations that unfortunately prevent me from doing this as much as I'd like to, but I certainly try to get them out as quickly as I can for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this start to the Las Vegas Aces expansion. Anyways, yes. So that's gonna be it. Hope you guys are excited for episode number 2. I know I certainly am. Again, guys, my name is the TV Dewey, and I'll catch y'all in the next episode.